But we have a map. We're going into game, and it's WCS Ohana, which means family in Hawaiian. That is true. I double-checked that after somebody said that. But here we are. Game 2. Praise is down a game. Strikers is up a game. And our gold Protoss player, starting in the bottom right of family, or Ohana, his name is ngs.Praiise.
And his opponent, in the upper left-hand corner, we have, in the blue, it is STS Showmatch,
who needs to change his name for all the casters of the world, so that way we never have to see STS again. Yep.
XOs. XO. I'm so sorry, XO people out there. I apologize from the bottom of my heart. Ohana, a good map normally for mech from Terran. Do we have an XO waiting? This one's for Seether. Strikers calling it out like Babe Ruth, pointing at the fence.
I'm curious as to how that affects Praise personally, and I'm also curious to see if well, I wouldn't say he's on tilt, but you know, after a game like a loss like that, you definitely can't be feeling good about the series, and then the person comes out and says, "Never mind, it's all okay. It's all okay."
Well, that's pretty much where you just GG out if you're Strikers. You're like, all right, well, you win that one.
Oh yeah, well played, good sir. Golf clap, well played.
Our SCVs
but yeah,
are under attack.
Oh, and if you look, you actually have a dancing SCV in Praise's main, but that's...
Yay. And are we going to go with the 1-Rax expand again? The probe, gets the SCV kill. First blood of the game. However, the Rax just barely finished.
I don't know how I feel about Stryker's comment.
Ooh. We can't, if we don't read it, though, it's okay. It's okay.
Let's not have a Stefano moment. Anyways, but no, it looks like just standard play coming out for Strykers, and Praise is gonna throw down a pylon in the main of Strykers. I don't.
Did he not see this?
This isn't.
What is this? He knows it's there. What?
Yeah. I think he's just gonna kind of like let it finish because there's no way warp gate can be done by now. So it's just kind of like, well, you're just going to have a pylon there, and I'm going to let it finish so that way it's wasted minerals.
Yeah. I mean, he's in the base right now. He sees 2 pylons there, so he knows that there's not a proxy location with a forge. Mm-hmm. So it's not like he's really got to worry about it. It's just a little awkward. High pylon.
Oh, okay. So this was really smart on Stryker's part. He basically said, if I go kill that pylon, then the zealot comes across the map and does damage. So if I just ignore the pylon and then focus on the zealot, then I can go kill the pylon later anyways when warp gate would normally finish, and I can take care of the zealot. So Strykers basically isn't falling for any tomfoolery right now. So no, this is a
Stalker arrives too late too. If the Stalker had arrived when those Marines were hunting that zealot down, still maybe would have managed to do something interesting. But overall, ngs.Praiise with losing a lot there. 150 minerals gone already.
And well, yeah. Well, the pylon still isn't dead.
Right, I haven't included that. That would be 250 in a moment here, as long as Strykers doesn't ignore it for too long.
Well, there's 1 Marine on it now, but the warp
goes.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for Praise, he didn't like add on warp gates really quickly. It was just like, well, now I just forgate you, you know, like some awkward, off-the-cuff play. But that's probably not the best idea in this situation either. So it feels so awkward to see just a pylon sitting there in base, you know?
It does.
When the entire point of it was just to distract the Terran, so that way he can die to the zealot. But
it was very cute. It did not work the way he intended it to. Strykers playing very, very safely, putting that bunker down. He's got a lot of Marines out already. 1-Rax expand. You don't get too much safer than that. He's following it up, though, with that early third command center, and that's pretty greedy, but I think he's feeling safe after last game. Feeling a little bold.
This is actually Stryker's build order that he does. He goes up to 3 racks, and then he adds on a third command center. And the point behind this build is that he makes it look like it's a traditional opening, right? Because he has the 3 racks, so he has the production there that if you count Marines, and you know how many Marines there should be at a specific time, it'll look normal. It'll look perfect, like there's no difference, and you wouldn't react.
Stalker dies as Praise doesn't react fast enough to pull away.
And there was only one Marine that got killed in that too, so that was almost a free Stalker, too, for Strykerz. But so this is Stryker's build. He's taken this build and he's refined it actually. So this is really nice to see him doing his build. His own style right here. That's somewhat standard, somewhat not. But
definitely agree with you. It's very open-ended at the beginning. Like right now, immediately after finishing that third command center, he could go in any direction that he wanted. Really, he could transition into mech if he felt like it with this build. It wouldn't be too efficient, but it wouldn't be too terrible either. Interestingly, Praise has 4 simulators down, all fully saturated. He's getting a lot of gas as the robo facility down, but he didn't build anything with it. He doesn't have an observer. Never mind, he does have 1 observer on the map already. There it is, moving across the middle. Going to find. He's got pretty early blink. Well, he's got blink on the way. With +1/+1 coming down with his double forge and his Twilight Council all at the back. I'm thinking he hopes that's safe from drops. But I don't know, because it's not right up against the edge. There is an area there for Bio to land. Strykerz actually got it. Yeah,
just got that observer, and it seems that he just knows the timing of when an observer should be coming across the map with traditional 3-gate then robo, and that's how he timed that one out. I would actually, because he has that watchtower, and he has the first watchtower, I would like to see him just kind of float the third command center over to the third now. Because what's Praiise going to do? You know that the timing is the standard timing. Oh, now he sends it over. But I would have liked to seen it a little bit sooner because, if anything, you do have 1 free scan in a sense, and you could always drop it right there and see if he did add on extra gateways. But you could tell that Strykerz was reading that it was it was a similar style to last game's build order, and so he didn't need to worry about losing to a giant push from Praiise.
Yeah.
But another observer out on the field, and a double drop while a push across the map, and there's a cannon plus a few stalkers. And the cannon is Praise's style. He likes to use the cannons to prevent drops, so that way he doesn't have to have as many units back, so he can have a larger front in his natural.
Oh, this probe just misses on the right side. Almost caught.
Yeah. But Strykerz is going to come into the middle of the base, and Praiise actually focuses on the natural ramp. He's not looking at this drop right now. And he's just now noticed. Yeah, he noticed.
Oh, he can't decide which way to engage. And actually leaves all his sentries on the low ground, but misses the force fields completely. All the bio already inside of his base, targeting down the sentries, and force fields his own ramp.
Because this drop was going to come down and crush that group.
Yeah, but now he can't engage with his stalkers up top. Blink is done, though. Actually, some nice blinks away from the concussive shells of the Marauders. Now he can come in and crush it from 2 directions, and Strykerz, with a really nice idea, actually gets cleaned up. Let's see.
But he goes right into Ghost from here. Yeah. I mean, he already has Mobius Reactor done, and he's right into Ghost now. +2 attack.
Interesting timing. Yeah, 40 seconds before Stim is done. I'm not entirely sure why he would choose that. But he did manage to do quite a bit of damage. Didn't kill too many structures, just 2 pylons it looks like. But he did really damage the gas supply of his Protoss opponent, as we see only the +2 weapons upgrade on the way. Nope, never mind. Ground armor just started. What are we talking about? Lower left-hand corner, the drop does see that there's a pylon. Nice reaction timing out of Strykerz there, who, never mind, just decides to go in anyway.
Interesting. Well, and then we also have a double drop on the right side of the map with Stalkers pushing out to try and catch it, but it slips right on by.
Oh, actually caught it just barely. And he's turning around.
But there's a bigger drop in the natural right now, killing off probes.
Oh, with the stim, is it going to be enough? Oh, not quite. He was so close. Killing
and then in the
Nexus. But, yeah.
Going for the high
go all the way. For our guy, is done. Now he's going to focus on a couple pylons. Doesn't get out, though, and that's a bit of a mistake. He doesn't focus anything down in particular, and he's going to lose that entire army.
Unfortunately, this is true.
Oh, I got one sentry there almost as a pity. Good effort.
Pity sentry. Congratulations.
Strykers, with only 3 Marines, manages to take down the forward pylon of Praise that was in that 4th base location. 3 Stalkers now hanging out awkwardly, waiting on their reinforcements to arrive. And there's a pretty big bio army from Strykers coming up the ramp right now.
He does take out 1 medevac and walks away, though, but these bio forces do have +3 attack already, while +1 armor is just finishing. So they're like the essence of a glass cannon at the moment. They have no armor, but they have a lot of attack rates. So it would be very scary if these zealots get the top.
Some pretty cute blink micros actually delaying this attack on one side, but on the other side, Stim goes down and Strykers is going to get up this ramp. Not enough force field, only 1. Focusing down the Immortals, walking forward, tanking the zealot damage with the Marauders. Probes are pulled. Strykers definitely going for the win right now, but with the probes, Praise gets to clean this up. However, units tab shows 51 probes to 66 SCVs. Game's not over. It's not over.
No, not by far.
27 workers killed, though. Man, Strykers does not like probes at all.
No, he's not a fan of people actually being able to build stuff in this game for some reason or another. That doesn't seem to be a policy. He just doesn't like it. And we have 3 cannons now, 4 cannons now going down from Praise to make sure that these drops become less and less effective as the game goes on. Another double drop going out, and it just seems like Strykers just wants to harass Praise until he leaves.
Until he goes insane.
Something like that. Yeah.
Trying to go back and forth. He does now have, finally, some High Templar in the game. He's got Storm just finishing up there.
But, and the ghosts have been out. Cloak is done for those ghosts, and we only have 1 observer on the map, and that's on Stryker's side. So this is not gonna. This isn't pretty for a big battle, because these ghosts can all just cloak and walk in underneath the army and then carpet EMP. And we know
Stalker did see this large bioforce moving through the center of the map, but he has not yet seen the other group. And now he does, is they're attacking the 3rd Nexus, and so Praise decides to defend his 3rd, and he's about to get sandwiched in EMP from behind with some close ghosts. Really nicely done there. Actually sacrifices a lot with that initial force. And Praise at 115 supply to the 160 supply of Strykers. Strykers actually sending no reinforcements for this. He's purely working on his micro right now, and Praise has nothing in production. Now 2 Stalkers being warped in. Nice stutter step there to Strykers to take out the Zealots. Stalkers dying. A few more Stalkers arriving. The Cloak Ghost doing a lot of damage, just like Weaklink was saying. 160 supply still, but now it's to 67 supply. Strykers
just cleaning it up. All probes get pulled again. The Zealots are still going in. Praise showing that he's a tenacious fighter. He doesn't want to leave these games, but he has to GG once again. And like, as a Protoss player, what do you do there? You have to have more observers, and Praise just wasn't ready for the ghosts to already be out. And
yeah, you have to have observers, or if he had put down pylons, or multiple forward pylons on either side, not necessarily aggressive, but to help him spot the drops coming in, then he could have positioned his armies a little bit more intelligently. Just kind of got caught multiple times where Strykers was timing his walk across the middle of the map with his drop on the side, and that is really tough for any opponent against Terran on a small map.